Welcome to the Dr. Olugbengale YouTube channel. I'm your host on this channel. And today I want to talk to you about the need for you to have a legal framework for any business that you want to go into. Any business that you want to go into, you need a legal framework for the business. And what do you mean by legal framework? That means if you want to go into business with somebody, whether it is your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your friend, or total strangers that you want to do business with, you need a legal framework. That means you need a lawyer. A lawyer should come into the picture, and then the lawyer is to draw out what are the terms and conditions of the business. How much are you bringing in? How much is the partner bringing in? What are you going to do in the business? What is the partner going to do in the business? When you make profit, how much percentage are you going to take? How much percentage is the partner going to take? What is the minimum you can spend? What is the maximum you can spend? What is this? What is this? How many people can you employ? How many will you bring? How many will your partner bring? All these things in detail, they will be inside of the legal framework. I need a lawyer, a legal practitioner to help you to draw the legal framework for your business. If you need a lawyer to help to draw the plan for your business, you can contact me and I'm going to introduce you to a lawyer that can help you to draw the legal framework. The lawyer is not a must to be in the town where you are. The lawyer you may be in Ilorin, Kwara State. The lawyer may be in Lagos. You may be in Lagos. The lawyer may be at Ibadan. You may be at Ibadan. The lawyer may be anywhere in the country where you are. Usually, it is best for you to decide the country in which whose laws you want to draw your legal framework in. Law is international. There are sometimes that what is acceptable in law in Britain may not be acceptable in law in the United States of America. What is permissible in law in Britain or in Saudi Arabia or in Japan or Jamaica or China or India may not be acceptable in Nigeria. So you must decide which country's law are we going to draw the legal framework in. It must be a country's law that both of you agree on and then that you are used to. Now, how do you draw a legal framework? I've stated here earlier, everything that you need, that you think should be in the business, should be involved in the business, you put it inside of the legal framework. That, okay, let me give example of a car hire purchase, for example. As a classical example, a car is sold for 3 million. Let's assume the car is Toyota Corolla 2003 model. It's selling for 3 million. It's an assumption. I'm not giving the exact price. Let's say it's selling for 3 million. Now, in the hire purchase, that's on the market, cash and carry 3 million. But for the hire purchase, it is selling for 4 million because you are going to pay the money over 2 years, and then you are going to drop 500,000 at the beginning. So it's going for 4 million, or you are going to drop 700,000 at the beginning. That is, all these are hypotheses, but they are close to the fact. Now you have dropped the 500,000, remaining 3.5 million because the car is 4 million because it's hire purchase. So the remaining 3.5 million, you're going to spread it over 2 years, and that is the agreement. So the moment you complete the payment, the car belongs to you. But even as you have dropped the 500,000, you have already carried the car. So you'll be paying. You spread the balance 3.5 divided by 24, which is 2 years. You spread it out, and then you start paying monthly until you balance up. Now, after balancing up, the car belongs to you. Now, before you balance up, the car is in your custody. You are using it, driving it. Now, if you default in the agreement for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, the person that gave you the car on hire purchase can repossess the car without giving you back any money that you have paid. All these are inside of the hire purchase agreement. Now, let's assume that the car you bought on hire purchase is consuming fuel, and the car is consuming a lot of fuel, and then you approach the person that gave you the car on hire purchase. All these are examples that you may need to do. That's why you have to have a legal framework. Remember when you started, there was a legal framework. Now you have seen that there are some changes I wish could have been done. You are approaching the that this car is consuming fuel. Can we sell it so that I can buy Toyota Corolla 2000 model? So if I sell it at higher price, and then you deduct your money, give me the balance, and then we do that particular thing you are trying to do, and then you release the car back to the owner of the car that gave you the car on hire purchase. Now, when you do that and you have that verbal agreement, don't ever go into verbal agreement, because things can change. At the initial point, you have a legal agreement which was signed, everything. That saying, when you agree that you want to make a change to the hire purchase agreement, you call a lawyer again. You draft another agreement on the new thing you have agreed, and then you draft it, you put it there. Go and sell the car. How long can the car be with the person that want to sell the car? Maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If after 4 weeks everything will be drawn out in the agreement, if after 4 weeks you don't get a buyer, I will take the car back and keep paying you back. But for the time the car was with you, I'm not going to pay you for it's not going to count as part of the hire purchase time, because I'm not going to be able to pay you. Or about anything that you see, you discuss, you put it into agreement. You see, in Nigeria and in some places, people go into businesses, they don't have legal framework. See, marriage, even marriage, there's legal framework in marriage. That's why you go to the court and then you sign. You sign that you want to get married. The court will say you should bring your passport, bring this, bring that. They paste it somewhere, put it in newspaper, and then after 14 days, nobody said you cannot get married. Then they join you together, and then you sign the marriage agreement, the marriage certificate. You sign it. That marriage certificate is very, very powerful. It's very, very key. It's an evidence that your marriage is legal. Your marriage is legal. And anything you do that is illegal to the marriage law in that country, that legal marriage can stand against you. So I'm not talking about marriage here, but I'm just giving you an example that even in marriage, husband and wife, you have a legal agreement. That's why women say they are legally married. Now you are doing business with a total stranger. You don't know the person. Even if you are far away, try to have a legal agreement. Okay, you can draft what you want. Ask the other person to look at it. Do you agree? Okay, let's involve a lawyer. You may not be in the same state. Send it by email. Don't send it by WhatsApp. If you send it by WhatsApp, anything can happen to the WhatsApp and it cannot come by email. It will remain in the email. Now you can start the process on WhatsApp. When you come to the final conclusion, make sure it is sent by email. By so doing, you are going to have concrete every time. No matter what happens, when you get access to the password, you can retrieve the agreement that you made. So even if you are in the same country, do your agreement. If you're in the same place, do your legal agreement, involve a lawyer. You can have a lawyer friend. That's why it's good to have a lawyer as a friend, have an accountant as a friend, have a doctor as a friend, have all these professionals as your friend, so that they can advise you. Have a banker as your friend, so that they can advise you from time to time. So if you have any question on what I've just mentioned, you can ask me in the comment section below, and I am going to answer you. If you want to draw any kind of legal agreement, I can be of help to you. Maybe it's tenement agreement. Maybe you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to do other things. I can help you to draw the agreement at a token, and then you give a lawyer to do the other documentation for you. I am not a legal practitioner, but I know about this because I have some sound certificate in insurance law and thereabout. So I'm going to talk to you again in the next video, where I'm going to be exposing you to more things about business. So please make sure your business has a legal framework at all times, and make sure that you do the right thing. I am Dr. Olubengadetitun. I do not ask you to send money to me on this channel for anything. All I do is to give information. You have the right to investigate before you invest. I have the brightest investment club. If you want to invest any amount of money you drop in 1 year, you are going to get 20% guaranteed on it. I've done that. I mentioned it in 1 or 2 videos, and 1 or 2 people or thereabout have joined the club. And at the end of the 12 calendar months, we give them their capital and also give them the 20% that will promise. The 20% is guaranteed. So this is if you need business advice or any other advice, I'm available. I am going to help you, and I'm going to give you information that is going to move you forward. So until I come your way again, this video that's popping up now is the next you need to watch. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, the subscribe bell is there. Click it. People are subscribing every time without me saying they should subscribe, because of the value I am creating. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was always saying, subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. Now, most videos I do, I don't even ask people to subscribe, and people are subscribing. I'm happy that people are subscribing, and if you have subscribed, please share with your friends and your family so that they also can benefit. Any kind of video that you want me to bring, information you want me to bring, let me know, and I'm going to do my research on it and bring information onto you. So, as a philosopher, I am not limited in area of knowledge, and knowledge base is broad. So, let's go, and we are going to make it together. Remember, have a legal framework for your business.